All right. All right. Let's do this. Let's do this. Boogie with me. Come on. Come on. Come on. I see somebody boogieing behind the camera here. Hey, hey. And welcome aboard to episode 53 of the Next Fitness Show, brought to you by the Next Fitness Thing. I am certified personal trainer Mary Beth Rockwell, one of the hosts, our CEO of the Next Fitness Thing, and the executive producer of the show. Alexis is with us. Say hey, Alexis Craig. Hey, hey, woohoo! And we got a guest today, and this is going to be an awesome guest because she is not only a great trainer, but she is a longtime friend of Alexis's and mine. And let's bring her on. It's Trainer Kacey. Woo, woo, woo! Trainer Kacey in the house, wearing multiple medals around your neck from the copious running events that you have done over the course of the years. Look at this. Oh my gosh, and I recognize a few of those too, by the way, because they were things that we put on here either at our current iteration of the Next Fitness Thing or even previous ones, I think. So yay. All right, Kacey, how's it going? We're happy to have you back with us always.
Oh my gosh, the sunny blue sky in the Pacific Northwest. I don't care what the temperature is. It feels amazing outside. So
we have that in San Francisco too today. So yay, glad we get to share that. We're going to be chatting about running in this episode of the Next Fitness Show, and running may or may not be for you. We're going to talk about some things that can help ease you into it if you're starting off, ways that you can treat yourself better if you are doing it. And Kacey, we're super stoked because you are a running expert, and we always rely on your advice. So thank you for joining us. I do have some other business to take care of, so Kacey, you'll hang out, right?
Yep, I will.
Okay. We also have a move and stretch of the week featuring the lovely Kacey, by the way, and some moves and stretches that have to do with running, for example. We have a bunch of things going on, many of them currently happening, some soon to happen, some in the future to happen. So stay close. We'll keep you up to date on those. Let's see. Oh, we got the chat open. Hello and welcome to everybody's with us live. Jenny, Donna D, Carol, Aaron, and Megan, whoop, whoop, all saying hi. Awesome. Glad to have you. And if you're checking out the recording, we're happy to have you as well. We do stream this show live every Friday at 1 p.m. Pacific time. If you can make it live and join that boisterous crew that I just shouted out there, you're welcome to chime in the comments and contribute your thoughts and ask questions and all those things. You can find us if you're looking for a place to hang out and work out that is super supportive and really fun and has something for everyone, no matter what your fitness level is. Please join us at thenextfitnessthing.com. We would be happy to have you and welcome you into our teammate community. You can find us also on Facebook. We have a Facebook group that is dedicated to our peeps. You don't even have to be a member yet to join, but I often say that if you check that out and check out TNFT, our platform, you're going to join because it's way fun. So you can find that group at facebook.com/group/the next fitness thing. And I think that's everything I needed to hit in the introduction. So yes, please subscribe to our channel. If you've not done that and you're watching us right now, hit that subscribe button now, please. Every one of those subscriptions helps us grow. We're also in search of your likes. Throw us a thumbs up right now if you're watching us live, or if you're watching the recording, throw us a thumbs up now as well. Share our videos and comment on our videos. If you comment on our videos, you can win something. We're having our Freebie Friday drawing at the end of this episode. So that's a good time for you to get in the running to win for next week. So look forward to seeing your comments here. Chime in vociferously. And then what else? Oh yeah, we're in a mission now that we've finally hit that 500 subscriber level that we were at. Or working toward for the new year. We hit that a little while ago, a couple of weeks ago, in fact, but now we're trying to increase our viewing hours. There's a wealth of information on this channel, and we often joke about just play a video and let it run in the background, but you might learn something if you watch some of our videos. So hopefully you'll go back and maybe catch up on some that you might have missed, or repeat ones that really might have meant something to you, because every little bit of viewing time we get helps us grow as well. That's the next threshold that we're trying to cross with our YouTube channel to help us grow. Okay, that is it. Let's bring Kacey back in here. Yay. Okay. Our buddy Kacey. Yay. Okay, so You have all these medals, and this is just a fraction of the medals that you have collected with your running events over the years. So fill us in. What you got there?
Well, I've got my next fitness thing. I'm going to stand up.
Yay!
I've got my very first run on here. I've got my half marathon, my first hot chocolate. Oh my gosh, I love this one because I'm all things hearts.
Aw.
This one is extra special, and this is a shout out. This is a wooden one. We had a terrible mudslide here in Oso, right down the road from me, multiple years ago. And that was Oso Strong 5K, and it was a fundraiser for the survivors as well as the families that lost their homes as well as loved ones. And so that one's extra special for me. And then I have my last one here, which is the Tunnel to Viaduct. The viaduct was destroyed in Seattle to make way for the tunnel.
Okay.
And they literally had an 8K run, and I jumped into it right before they demolished the viaduct, and I ran it. And it was like, it was a whole story. So yes.
So that's your highlight reel around your neck, basically. Is what you're
Highlight
saying.
reel, meaningful, all those kinds of things. And I put all of them on, but I have 49 medals. And it got a little heavy, and a really loud 10 is loud. So
At the end of the show, we used to be going, and this one is from, and this one is from.
it
Well,
takes
that's
the whole
amazing.
show to get through them all.
That is amazing, though. That is a sign of your dedication that you've completed all those events. So, yay, you. So now let's dive into you and your background with running. We were actually talking about this earlier in the week here behind the scenes at TNFT. What is your relationship to running? How did you find your way to running? And then what made it stick for you?
Well, for me, I was a swimmer my whole entire life. I've got lots of energy. If you've taken my classes, you get that. If you've met me in person, you get that.
I get that.
And so I started really getting into my yoga, right? And eventually got my certification for that. But as much as I love yoga, I still had that energy. And so I really wanted to learn to run. I had a lot of runner friends, right? Especially even on the various platforms that I've been on. I had a lot of people that were runners, but I wasn't a runner. So I said, okay, I'm going to challenge myself to do my first 5K. I think I ran my first 5K at 49 years old. So I did not get into running until I was in my 40s. And the freedom that I felt when I was out there moving my body, no matter where I was at in my training, and I've had injuries, so I come back from those. It's all the adjustments and all the things you learn about your body when you're doing something like that. And for me, it's more than just the medals and the achievements and doing the things. My favorite thing is cheering on the people as I wrap around them. So for me, I usually carry a cowbell for those that have taken any of our TNFT classes where it's a run, and I am doing the opposite day of Mary Beth. I have a cowbell. And so I shake that literally for everybody, cheering them on as I'm passing them and they're coming up behind me, because I've been them. I've been that person at the end of the road.
Yeah. And we do these events, we do have that live chat available. And so people will report in, I've hit a mile, I've hit 2 miles, I've hit my 5K. And you got this big old support group in there with you. So if you've ever done like a virtual 5K, we've got more on this a little bit later on, by the way, stand by for news. But if it's like you've got a whole cheering section behind you. And that's the one thing that our teammates are so great about. We ask them if they complete their 5K in the time that we've allotted for the class, to hang back and cheer on the people coming up behind you. And it's so appreciated, right?
It's chills.
There's nothing like it.
There isn't. It's all the emojis that are going on and oh my God, it's incredible. And it makes such a difference when you're running virtually, because I've done virtual runs where I didn't have somebody in my ear.
Yeah, I have too. And it's just like, yeah, okay. Oh, I did it. But yay. Yeah, whatever. So you mentioned, and you alluded to this, you were 49 when you started running. So it's never too late.
Well, I was about 48, and then 48. My first run was 49.
Got you. Okay. So it's never too late to start. right? You've illustrated that quite nicely. If somebody is looking to, no matter what age they might be, but especially if they might be what I refer to as chronologically enhanced, what is your advice on getting somebody started in the running journey? Because I often hear is like somebody goes from 0 to 60 and starts running. Sharon Burns says hello. Hi. Yay. Hi,
Right.
Sharon. What is your advice if somebody is just getting started but like has never run before?
First things first, find some group that can help you train, right? That can help you be there every step of the way. Start small. Don't expect to, hit that first mile within 10 seconds or 10 minutes even, right? Give yourself grace that it's a process, it's a journey, and find the right shoes. That is
Everything.
vital.
Yes.
Everything. If you get a chance, have a gait analysis done, because you could pronate, you could supinate, you can dip your shoulders, you can lean forward, there's so many things that can change how you move your body when you walk faster, when you run faster, when you sprint. It's every step of the way, knowing what you need to do for your body. And can I just say, stretch, 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 stretch.
You just did. Sweet. Thank you. Okay. And for those who are unfamiliar with those terms, pronate and supinate, that just means where your feet land and if they turn inward or outward, and that can put stress on your knee joints. So that's what Kathy was referring to with that. But so you mentioned stretching. We're going to actually see one of your stretches coming up here shortly. So as far as somebody who is chronologically enhanced and is trying to run, do you have any specific advice for those in that boat?
Start walking.
Yeah.
I mean, really, it is really all about starting walking first and then slowly build up that pace. And when I started running, I didn't start off running. I would run for a quarter mile and then walk the rest of the way. And then I'd run for a half a mile and then walk the rest of the way. And I was training for a 5K. So that's 3.1 miles of other walking. And I slowly built myself up before I ever worried about my pace. I got my body used to moving in a running form, but slowly.
Yeah, there you go. If you cannot walk a 5K, you certainly should not be trying to run a 5K until you've walked a 5K, is what I would say in that regard. Because, I walked a few 5Ks before I ran, and then it felt great. And then I stopped running so much because my body didn't like it. And that's my advice to anybody who's chronologically enhanced. If things start to hurt, don't push through it. It could be something that you might want to get checked out even. So in the chat, what's going on here? Yes, and make sure you can run a mile before you try to run 3.1 miles. That too. Yeah, you don't want to do the whole thing until you know that you can do at least part of the thing, right? And then you can build from there. So we've got more on running to come. Hint, hint, stand by for our announcements coming up a little bit later on. But we do want to head on to our mid-show stretch break, which is an opportunity for you to move. And since Kathy is here offering her expertise about running, we thought we'd go to Kathy for our demo video here. And this is going to be, for our mid-show stretch break, a standing forward fold with, you'll notice Kathy's knees are bent when this video comes on here. So there's our video. All right, Kathy, what is the benefit of this? And fill us in on why you're bending and straightening your knees.
Well, for a runner, the biggest thing is your hamstrings. Your hamstrings, whenever you walk or you run, are tight, tight, tight when you first start moving. So bending your knees in a forward fold and then slowly on the exhale, straightening them. Inhaling, bend. Exhale, straighten. You can slowly stretch those hamstrings out. And I tell everybody, forward fold and let that chest rest on your thighs, right? And then bend and stretch with the inhale and the exhale. And it slowly lets your body release that tension and that tightness. And that's one of the biggest things when it comes to running and walking is we're tight. And you prevent injury if you stretch first.
Absolutely. Now you will see in this video that Kathy's hands are on the floor as well. I am flexible enough that I can place my hands on the floor easily as well. Not everybody's in that boat.
Yes.
So
And you can
what's
see
an easier way?
off to the side, you can see that I have my blocks.
Mm-hmm.
So those blocks will allow that to rise, right? It brings that mat up closer if you can't reach the ground. And if you can't reach the ground, that's okay too, even if you don't have blocks or anything. The key is that fold and that stretch. If you're sitting, you're extending that leg out, right? It's bent, you know, when you sit, your knees are bent. So it's really just pushing through that heel and stretching that leg forward. So you can do this at any time, stretching those hamstrings.
Like even while you're watching this show, in fact, hint, hint,
Yes.
if you're not doing it, please do. All right, sweet. Thank you very much for the demonstration of that. Alexis, of course, you're here as well, so you feel free to chime in here too. What are your thoughts? Because I know you're very big on this move as well. So let's become
sure. All right.
Yay.
Gotta get all the push all the buttons. There you
yeah,
go.
no, okay. There she is.
For me on this one, I mean, I love that you're showing that it's bending and straightening. And I really find that, first of all, I just want to name that keeping it active before you exercise will be more effective. Just being like, I'm going to stretch before exercise. It's literally going to do nothing. So
right.
You really have to make sure you're doing a dynamic stretch before you exercise if you're trying to loosen it up. So bending and straightening your legs like this is one way that you can keep this hamstring stretch dynamic to make it so that it's going to actually be effective while you're exercising. So I really appreciate that.
Yeah, I just want to say really quickly, dynamic just means it's moving. Yeah. And then if you're holding a static stretch, that would be more appropriate for a cool down. And that's when you're more maybe holding still. So, right. In general purposes anyway.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, sweet.
Yeah,
thank you. All right. I'm sorry. I thought I cut you off and I wanted to let you finish. Okay. Are we good? We're good? All right. Thank you. Okay, so we have also a move of the week. And Alexis, did we have a mailbag question today, or did we decided to do that mailbag question? Or
I'm down to do the mailbag question.
Okay, let's do this because it's kind of timely with what we're discussing today, actually. And this one comes in from Carol, who is great about sending us questions. By the way, the TNFT'S mailbag is always open for your questions. If you have any you'd like to have us answer, we'll be happy to do so. If we don't know the answer, we'll find it out for you. We're not going to make something up and lie to you, because that's not how we roll. TNFT at thenextfitnessthing.com is where you send your questions into the mailbag. So Carol's question is, I'm accustomed to walking daily, and I recently injured the back of my knee. What are some options for non-walking, or in this case, even running, obviously, cardio, without bending my knee or putting too much weight on my leg? So that's a tricky one, but there are some things Carol mentioned that she is able to do front leg raises. So that would be like standing here and lifting the leg straight, and maybe even doing a little cross body balance on this one. So that's good because she's not bending her knee. What do y'all have advice for Carol besides that? I have a little thing I'm going to save, but what do you think?
Yep, I got Sharon Byrne in the chat saying seated cardio option.
Hey.
Yeah,
there you go, Sharon.
This is something I know there's many of our teammates that are doing seated cardio options, especially, I mean, some people, they're in a wheelchair on a daily basis. And so that's what they do every day is seated cardio options, right? And other times it might be just the best thing for you to do right now for whatever reason is the seated cardio options. So I really, if that's something that you need, I would personally encourage, we do have some classes of that are in our replay library. So you might want to take some of our replay classes that are the seated cardio classes to get an idea of what moves would be possible for you. And for me, what I would do would be alternate between them, maybe switch moves every minute or every something like that, so that you're not just doing the same move over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Also, I would make sure to mention it to the trainer, so that way, if they wanted to encourage you to do something or help you out with what moves to do along the way, that they could.
I was aware of
And I
Carol's
would
injury because
also
she
say,
sent me a note, by the way. So, and then I knew what to give her for other things that she could do. So that helps big time.
yep.
Yeah.
And then I would also personally just say you might want to book a personal training session just so that way we could really personalize and give you exactly some moves. Like if you need to have 20 cardio moves to alternate between, or 5, or whatever we decide, that we can work out with you exactly what is going to be appropriate for you and make it so you have a personalized plan. That's what I would suggest.
Cool. Kathy, did you have any thoughts on this? You're good?
No, you guys are good,
All
right?
right. Boom, boom, boom. I did have one more thing to add. Water aerobics could be much less stressful on your knees. So even if you just if you have access to a local park and recreation pool, we have a bunch of them here in San Francisco. I went to one when I was rehabbing from, I think it was a hip injury. But I'm not a great swimmer, but Kathy, I know you're a great swimmer. I'm not, but I held on to a kickboard and just kicked like that to help keep myself moving in my lower body, but it was not any impact, and it was very helpful in my recovery, I think. Caveat, of course, if you do experience any pain while you're exercising, team, please stop, get it checked. But Carol, I know you got it checked. So just shouting that out there. But I just want to put that disclaimer because safety first always. All right, so now we're going to head over to Kathy's move of the week. And Carol, I hope that answered your question. I hope, and if you need any more advice, let us know. We're here. We see you all the time. So Kathy's move of the week, also relating to keeping yourself mobile and doing it maybe when you're getting ready, like at the start of a race, right, Kathy? Would be a good time to do this one?
Yes, yes, yes,
Aha.
yes.
Okay. This is going to be a standing, my favorite stretch in the whole wide world is figure 4. And with a wall assist. So the figure 4, I'm doing it in my chair right now. You can't quite see, but my ankle is crossed over to my opposite thigh. You could absolutely do this seated, but Kathy's got a little balance going on here too. So Kathy, take it away.
Well, as you said, right, this is a figure 4. You're going to place one ankle on top of that knee and then release down those hips. My biggest thing is you can currently see there, I am holding on to the wall because a lot of times as a runner, you want to stretch those hips as well, right? And all of those other yummy muscles. Maybe you did the hamstring fold, but you're still a little tight and those muscles need to move before you move. And so holding on to your friend, holding on to just the random stranger, especially if he's cute, or the tree or a light pole.
Wait, is the tree
Right?
cute?
No, it's a tree. So it's wonderful to get that stretch in those hips, those hip flexors, and all those other yummy muscles. And so remember, if you're doing this stretch with us, to switch sides if you haven't already. All right. So remember, this is a wonderful stretch that you can do at any time. Like Mary Beth said, right? You can do it when you're seated. I do it on the airplane. I will do this one in the airport before getting on the plane because then my body is stretched. And when I come off the plane, I feel a whole heck of a lot better, right? I mean, yes, people may look at you funny on the airplane if you come out of your seat and you're holding onto the seat and doing this in the aisle. But you know what? They're gonna be jealous at the end of it.
Their hips are going to be tight, and they're going to be coming off the flight going, ah.
Yes,
So you're going to be in much better shape.
So yes,
I love it. And
this
if
is
you
my
were doing
favorite.
it, y'all switch sides. Kathy mentioned that. So yeah, I'll take any opportunity I can to do figure 4 because I just love it so much. My hips are always tight. So yeah, that's a keeper. Carol, by the way, in the chat says, thank you for the mailbag advice and it's getting much better. Sweet. Keep doing what you're doing, Carol. We got your back and we got your knee. All right. So mailbag time. Alexis, are we good to go? We've got so much going on. And the first thing that we have, or sorry, did I say mailbag announcement? Excuse me. That's what I meant. I'm not sure what I said. Hi, how are you? I'm live. The first thing that we have for our announcements of things coming up is we are getting ready to do a 5K here at the Next Fitness Thing. Yay! We're always being asked by our teammates, when are we going to have another 5K? Well, this is going to be the baseline for an upcoming 5K training program. And this is free to anybody. You do not have to be yet a TNFT member, aka teammate, to do this with us. This is going to be a 55-minute class. So as we mentioned earlier, if you're just starting out and you're thinking about you'd like to train to do a 5K, walking it is a great way to do it. We have a person in a wheelchair there. We accept all levels of fitness and any mode that you want to do this in, walking, skipping, dancing, we don't care. Is a 5K, of course, is 3.1 miles. So this is the baseline that's going to start off a 4-week training program that we'll tell you about shortly. But that's going to be on with me Saturday, February 1st. And that's going to be at 10 a.m. Pacific time, live in the TNFT platform. And also, if you can't make it live, it'll be on the replay library as well. And of course, Alexis, jump in here as well if you've got anything you want to say, because I know you're like all over this thing. But you can, yeah, Alexis, take it.
I mean, you're doing great. I would just say that I really wanted to encourage people to join the baseline first, because this part is free. So it's like,
right.
You don't even have to commit to do the 5K. You don't have to commit necessarily yet to do the training program, but I would encourage you to do the baseline. And maybe you're just going to see how far you make it in that amount of time. And maybe you will make it to a 5K and you'll see how long it takes you. And then you can train to go faster next time. Or maybe you don't quite make it to a 5K and then you try to get closer to what that is. So that's really what the point of this is. And it's a great opportunity, especially us offering this totally free. So I would encourage you to join and bring your friends and all that kind of stuff.
Right. And then if you are
go ahead.
Go. I was just going to say, and once you're done with that, if you're motivated to try to continue on further, we are going to have that for you with our 5K training program. But you can go to this page, thenextfitnessthing.com/heart5K for our Gotta Have Heart 5K virtual training program, because February is National Heart Month. So we like to do this time of year. And we have classes that are going to be live for you Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. All three of us who are in this show right now are going to be leading classes in this. Yay. And if you can't make it live again, they'll be on replay for you. We again have 3 different tiers for you to join at. The base tier gets you all of the live classes or replay classes, and then you get some added perks. And you also get, if you join even at the base level, you get admission to the 5K, the final 5K. So you've done your baseline at the start, and then you go through 4 weeks of training, and then you see how much you've improved over the course of the 4 weeks. So you get admission to the event, and you get a medal and a bib. So like Kathy's collection that she had jingling around her neck earlier, you can start your collection if you don't have any of those yet, or add to one if you already do. And let's see, what else? Did I hit everything, Alexis?
Well, the thing that I wanted to point out with this is, if you want a gait analysis, that is something we're offering this time. So that's part of why we wanted to have Kathy on the show today.
Yeah.
If you want to have one of us look at your form, specifically probably Kathy, looking at your form and making sure that your walking or running form is awesome, then we will do that for you. That is included in the premium training program. So
awesome. And
check that out. Also, there's nutrition and some other things going on. Go ahead.
And if you're not in the premium level, there will be an option for you to get your gait analysis a la carte, by the way, is what I'm thinking we're working on. So that's a really cool tool to have at your disposal. So make sure you got all your mechanics right. So once again, thenextfitnessthing.com/heart5K. Signups are open now. Hit the baseline, sign up for that. If that's your first step, that's amazing. We'd love to have you. That is free, we remind you. But then the remaining 4-week program, if you liked what you did in that baseline, come join us for the program, and you'll see just how much you'd accomplish in 4 weeks, right? I think I covered it all there.
Can I say one more thing about this before
Please
we go on? Okay. Anybody who took this last year, we linked last year results on this page.
Yes.
So if you want to see what you did last year and you might find that motivating, then you're welcome to click right here where it says check previous results, and you can see what your results were last year to help you to just, might feel a little inspired for this year with that.
Amazing. And Kathy, you're going to be doing, you're going to be offering some videos as well, like pre-workout and post-workout, correct?
Yes. Stretches.
Yes. So stretches, yes.
Stretches.
Awesome. So there you go. If you're listening to what we're talking about earlier, it's like, I don't know what to do. You can get Kathy's advice on these videos. So there you go. All right, amazing. The next thing that we're going to chat about is we just are wrapping week number 1 of my Get It Lit Ignition On Low Impact Interval Training Challenge. It's been so great. We're going to have our 3rd class today live. That's 4 p.m. Pacific time. Not too late for you to join this. And Alexis, we got some really nice comments from some teammates on this, and Alexis actually put together a little tribute video, I think. So.
Yeah, give me one
y'all.
It's
y'all are so great about this.
I'm so excited about this video, and it was so sweet. A lot of the people who are here right now live are people who said these comments too. So you guys are awesome. It's just so sweet to hear how you appreciate Mary Beth, because she is amazing and puts so much into this challenge. So to see how appreciated that it is wonderful. Plus, I also have to shout out Kevin, because this is a debut of technology for us in this challenge. And basically there's appreciation for Kevin in here too. So I'm just gonna
Kevin Railsbeck, our CTO here at the Next Fitness Thing, is a rock star. So yeah, we couldn't have done this without him. So yay. All right. Do we have video?
All right, we're on it. We got it.
Yay. Okay. Oh, we did dance party too. Aw. Hannah, Aaron, Ken. Oh, oh my gosh. Oh, well, they're my most favorite spots over there on the right. All right, that was awesome. Alexis, thank you for putting that together. That's so cute. The nextfitnessthing.com/ignition-on is where you go to. You can still sign up for that if you missed the week 1 classes. We only have missed 2 so far, so they're on the replay library for you. Go back and grab those. And then if you joined at one of our premium levels, tomorrow as we're live, we have a sweet slow stretch for you as a bonus. So we're hooray for that. So we love stretching around here. And there is the site with all the classes, and all the different tiers are there for you. And every little bit of your support, I appreciate so much. So thank you everybody who's joined to this point. I'd love to see some more coming on in here. Okay. Next, the Los Angeles Fire Relief Walk donation from our walk this past week is that GoFundMe link is still open. Just before the show started, I found out that of our $500 goal, we are up to $400 for the organization Direct Relief, which is on the ground helping, doing the real work in Southern California. There we go, $400 of $500 raised. So we still got a little way to go to hit our goal. That class is still available in our replay library. So if you missed the class when we did it live this past Sunday, you can grab that as well. It's a great class. Alexis led that one, by the way. And
it's also available on YouTube. If you are not a member, you can easily find it on YouTube.
You can find it right here on this channel, indeed. So the nextfitnessthing.com/LA Fire Relief is the direct link to get to that GoFundMe. 100% of what we collect goes to Direct Relief, and 100% of what Direct Relief gets goes to the fire victims. So there's not a penny being wasted as far as we're concerned here. So it's all money well spent. Yes. So thank you to everybody who's pitched in and supported us so far on that one. Walking Book Club is happening this weekend. Trainer Kacey is leading this one, and last opportunity for you to finish this month's reading selection, which is Remarkably Bright Creatures by Shelby Van Pelt. Then Kacey hosts the Walking Book Club meeting, which is Sunday at 1 p.m. Pacific time. It's 40 minutes long. Yes, you're welcome to join that walk. It's fun anyway, even if you haven't read the book. But, you know, if you want to actually participate in the book discussion, it does help to have read the book, but you're welcome nonetheless. So the nextfitnessthing.com/book club gives you all the information you need about this book club and future book clubs and links to the books and all kinds of good things like that. So, and then, I mentioned really quickly, I do want to touch again on the TNFT mailbag. We did mention that earlier when Carol sent in her question. Thank you again, Carol, for that. But yes, TNFT at thenextfitnessthing.com if you have any questions. They could be fitness related. They could be wellness related in general. They could be something entirely random. We're not picky around here. We'll answer anything pretty much. So
you might want to mention who the guest is next week so that they know who to send the mailbag questions.
Oh, indeed. That's true. RD Sharon Bowers, our registered dietitian, is going to be our guest next week. So if you have any food, diet related questions, Sharon's waiting for your questions. So get them in as early within next week as possible, so Sharon can get the questions in and do some research if needed. But yeah, the next TNFT at thenextfitnessthing.com. So yes, we're always happy to have RD Sharon be with us on the show, and she will be with us next week for episode 54. And then I think it's time for Freebie Friday, as we put the most of the wraps on this show. We do have one little thing to do after this, but as we mentioned earlier, Freebie Friday, how you get into the drawing to win a really cool prize from TNFT. And shout out to our team leader, Natalie, for getting all those prizes to the peeps. Just comment on any of our videos that we posted over from the end of this show to next week. You get into next week's drawing here on this YouTube channel. So you see a video, throw a comment in there. You comment, you're automatically in the running for the prize. We spin the wheel, and we will see who wins this week's prize. Alexis, do we have our wheel ready to rock? All right, I'm going to try my wheel sound effects again in a different way. Ready, set, and spin that thing. There we go. Carly Sue. Hey, Carly Sue. Congratulations. Thank you for checking out our YouTube channel. And you will be hearing from us soon so you can redeem your prize. Awesome. Thank you very much for watching us. Okay, and then we have one more thing. We like to talk about seasonal food every once in a while, and preferably healthy things, but we're kind of equal opportunity. Everyone deserves a treat every once in a while, I think. But this coming Wednesday, January 29th, as we're live, is going to be Lunar New Year, aka Chinese New Year, Gong Hei Fat Choi. San Francisco has a very big Asian population, so it's a very, very big deal around here. We have one of the biggest, I think, if not the biggest, Chinese New Year parades outside of China here. So it's a pretty big deal. And there are some traditional foods that are a little bit on the healthier side. Some of them not so much, but I picked a couple of the healthier ones for you. Number one, and there's some traditions as to why they eat these, by the way. So this is from a website that does tours of China, just FYI. So this is the source material. Red dates are one of those foods, and they stand for wealth and prosperity. And the red is a lucky color in Chinese culture. It means booming and prosperity. And as a top Chinese New Year snack, they are served as a dried fruit, but you can also eat them with your fingers, cut up into slices to make tea. I would love date tea. I put some in my overnight oats as well, especially when I'm eating them with chocolate. So Kathy and Alexis, do you have any dates? Do we have a date on the dates?
I love dates.
I love
oh
dates.
My gosh, that's like favorite thing right now.
They're like candy. I mean, nature's candy, pretty much, right? Kathy, I see you smiling. You're always up for a date? Let's date.
I'm always up for a date.
All right, sweet. And then another one I want to highlight is sunflower seeds. And in Chinese culture, sunflower seeds are according to this site that does the China tours, they're what popcorn is to moviegoers, and sunflower seeds symbolize having many sons and grandsons. So I'm not sure how to take that. I mean, this is a family show, but I'm just putting it out there. That's what it is. And then unshelled sunflower seeds can be eaten both raw and stir fried, by the way. So I've never had sunflower seeds in a stir fry. That sounds good. And that's a good healthy snack. Peanuts are actually one of the foods as well, by the way, but I didn't really look them up. But thoughts on I'm not really a big sunflower seed person for some reason, unless they're already like in the package and shelled. I don't feel like I'm messing with the shells. And I go to baseball games a lot, but it's like, no, I can't be bothered.
Oh my gosh, I love sunflower seeds, especially to shell them. I think it's so fun. And I also,
it does slow you down, by the way. Instead of like taking a handful of
I'm somebody who I like buy meals and stuff. So if I eat sunflower seeds, it totally replaces the desire to do that instead. So it's like
there you go.
Kind of
Gotcha. All right. So if you're observing Chinese New Year, we hope you have, or Lunar New Year, we hope you have a wonderful holiday. And I think that brings us to the end of the show. Thank you, Kathy. Oh my gosh, it was way too fast. I can't believe it's over already. You're welcome back to join us anytime. You know that. We love you. And it's, heart back at you. Alexis, of course, thank you for pushing all the buttons and playing all the videos and just running, herding the cats around here, because there's a lot of cats to be herded.
Doing my best.
Thank you to everybody who checked in with us live. Thank you if you're watching the recording as well. And reminder, if you've not yet subscribed, please do so. If you've not yet liked the video, give us a thumbs up right now, please. It really, really helps. Share and comment and all the things. And give me a high five because that means we're done. Boom! Oh, Kathy gave it back to me. Yay! All right, let's play it out, shall we? We'll see you next week for RD Sharon D joining us for nutrition discussion and episode 54. Let's dance. Let's dance. Woohoo! Find us at thenextfitnessthing.com. We cannot wait to see you. We cannot wait to play with you. Yes, yes, yes.